Namaste and welcome to the Springtime Yin Yoga class, where today we are exploring the wood element and it's associated with the season of spring. The meridian lines we're targeting today are the liver organ system, which is the yin organ system, and the gallbladder, which is the yang organ system. So the liver meridian line begins the big toe. It works its way up through the inside of the foot, along the seam of your leggings, that medial line of the leg, coming up into the tummy and ending in line with the nipples, just roughly where the ribs begin to start at your chest. So we're focusing on the groin, the adductors and the obliques. The gallbladder meridian line begins at the outside of the eyes, comes around to the ears, zigzagging back and forth across the head, down the side of the neck to the armpit, again zigzagging at the side of the body until it finally makes up its mind and runs along the outside of the leg and all the way down to that fourth toe. So working the outside edge of the body there. We'll begin with a grounding, but before we get started, I must remind you to bring some props. So if you haven't already got them, you can pause the video and go and get them now. If you have a bolster, then great. Otherwise, a couple of pillows will be just fine. A couple of blocks, or again, you can still use those pillows, and a blanket might be quite nice as well. When you're ready, let's come into your comfortable seat, whether your legs are crossed or folded underneath you. Sitting up nice and tall. Then when you're ready, closing your eyes. Let's take 3 grounding breaths to really center us and allow us to land in this space and in our bodies. Inhaling through your nostrils and exhaling out of your mouth. Twice more, deep breath in and a long breath out. Let's make this final breath the deepest one you've taken all day. Maybe giving a sigh as you exhale. Letting go of anything that's happened before this practice. Letting go of anything that might be waiting for you on the other side. Drawing all of your awareness from your mind down into your heart space. Beginning to notice your breath. Allowing yourself to really land in this space, landing in your body, thanking yourself for showing up today, for carving out this time especially for you. Let's take one last breath together. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and blink open the eyes. Now for our warm-up, if you want to stay with your legs crossed, that's fine. When we come into our fold, and you'll bring your hands down in front of you and allow your head to bow. Otherwise, you might like to fold your legs underneath you. We'll begin with our arms alongside the body, with the fingertips tapping the ground. As you inhale, we'll sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, gazing up in between your hands. And exhale, hands to shoulders, out to the sides as you drop your chin towards your chest. Inhaling the hands back to the shoulders as you roll them down and away from the ears as you lift the gaze, open the heart. And exhale, rounding through the spine, pushing the hands away from the body, chin towards chest. Inhale to lift the arms, lift the gaze. And exhale, coming forward into your fold. So if you've got folded legs, you can access child's pose. Let's take one cycle of breath here. And we'll flow twice more. Inhale to lift the body, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to shoulders, out to the sides, chin towards chest. Inhale, the hands return into the shoulders, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, rounding through the spine, pushing the hands away. Inhale to lift the arms, lift the gaze. And again, coming into that forward fold, child's pose for one cycle of breath. Wonderful. Last time, inhale to lift the body, arms and gaze. Exhale, hands to shoulders, out to the sides, chin towards chest. Inhale the hands back to the shoulders, rolling them away from the ears. And exhale, rounding through the spine. But inhale to lift the arms and lift the gaze. And last time, exhaling, forward folding. Let's take 3 cycles of breath this time. Wonderful. When you're ready, sitting up, and I'll demonstrate our first pose, butterfly. So you might like to sit on the edge of a folded blanket here. If you lift the hips slightly, it allows the knees to ground a little bit more. We'll bring the soles of our feet together and allow the knees to lower out to the sides. Now, this isn't a pose to target the knees. We're not wanting to hurt these knee joints. So if you started to feel any pain or sensations unwanted, let's bring a prop underneath. So it could be that you use your pillows to support you here or your blocks. Another nice option is to lay your prop across your front, so kind of on your feet, and then you can fold forward and lay over your prop. Now, if it feels a long way away, again, you can really stack them up. You might even use a prop to support your head. So that is our butterfly pose. When you're ready, come and join me. So sitting up, feet together, lowering your knees out to the side. We'll begin. So close your eyes. We'll be here for the next 3.5 minutes. That's what my time is for. We're not pushing or forcing our bodies into the deepest expression. We're folding forward and stopping where you start to feel something. So if over time you begin to feel any kind of tingling sensations or any stabbing pains anywhere, then that's your body telling you perhaps you've gone a little bit too far. That's your body asking you to back out of the pose a little. This pose is focusing on the liver meridian line. So you feel it into your groin. And if you're folding forward, bring in some compression into the stomach, the obliques, those muscles there. So we are approaching our final minute in this shape. I invite you to soften the skin of the face, relaxing your forehead and your temples, Relaxing your cheeks, unclenching your jaw. And allowing your muscles to relax so that stress can move deeper into the connective tissues, those meridian lines, allowing them to open and for that life force energy, that chi, to flow freely around the body. Let's take 3 last breaths here. And at the end of your last breath, you can use your hands to press into your prop to slowly help you sit upright. We'll remove any props from out in front of you. You can use your hands to bring your knees together. You might like to stop here for a few breaths, holding your knees, or you might send your legs out long. Lean back on your hands. Again, closing your eyes. So the body feels quite fragile after those long holds. So it's always a good idea to give yourself a rebound, just allowing that stretch to kind of integrate into your body, and then after a moment or two, you can begin to bring in some gentle movement. So if you wanted to windshield wiper your feet, maybe bring the soles of your feet to the ground and sway your knees from side to side. And as you say doing that, I will demonstrate our next pose, which is Sphinx. So again, lots of options for Sphinx. We'll be laying on our front. So if on your front your hips or your pubic bone kind of press into the mat, if it becomes uncomfortable, you might want to bring your blanket onto kind of the center of your mat. So when you're laying down on your front, you're padded. Another option is to use your folded blanket or your bolster underneath the armpits, but I'll demonstrate that now. So you lay on your front. The legs can be whatever distance apart feels comfortable for you. The first option is to bring your forearms down to the mat, elbow roughly in line with the shoulder or just a little bit in front. So this is your first option. So we're beginning to feel this into the stomach and the obliques here. If you're in this shape and you can't really feel anything, then the invitation is to use a prop underneath the forearms. Or you can go in the opposite direction. And that's to bring your folded blanket or your bolster pillow underneath the arms, kind of resting on your chest. You can also bring your head down onto your folded hands. So when you're ready, come and join me, laying on your front, settling into your version of Sphinx pose. When you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes. You might like to deepen the breath to begin with. Lots of long holds can sometimes make the mind feel quite busy. So I like to focus my attention on my breath. That nice, calm, steady, gentle breath. So the wood element is all about renewal, awakening, rebirth and growth. So it's no surprise to learn that it is associated with the season of spring. When we think of spring, we think of buds rising, blossoms opening, birds singing. And this element is all to do with being in tune with our purpose and our vision. The seeds that we planted during winter, that we contemplated upon and watered, beginning to grow and burst into life. This is when action is needed, so it's a time for action, being organised and decisive. This element is asking us to be flexible though. So when we're moving in the direction of our vision, sometimes obstacles get in our way. How do you react? Of course, it's frustrating. But are you like the mighty oak, kind of moving upward in one direction? Or can you be like the vine, being flexible, moving around the objects that might get in its way, being open to being led in a new direction? We have 1 more minute in our Sphinx pose. And if you'd like to, you can bend your knees so that your feet kind of point towards the ceiling. That will increase stress into the lower back. You might feel it in your abdomen, obliques area. Again, that's an option. You don't have to take it. Wonderful. Last 3 breaths. At the end of your last breath, if you did bend your knees, bring the legs down to the mat. Let's come to lay completely down on our front. So let's bend the elbows, stack the hands, and we'll turn our gaze to the right, so our left cheek is on our hands. And we'll just bring our right knee out to the side slightly, so you can feel that nice counter stretch in the lower back. Again, we close our eyes, we take a few breaths here. Now let's straighten that right leg. We'll turn the gaze, so we're now looking towards the left, the right cheek is on our hand. Then we'll do the same with the left leg. We'll bend the left knee out to the side. Again, a few breaths here. Good. Let's straighten that left leg. We'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders and we'll push our way up to sitting. And if you'd like to take a little child's pose here, you are more than welcome to. Now our final shape is banana. Banana is another laying down pose, this time on our back. So I'll give a quick demonstration. So you'll lay down in the centre of your mat. We'll walk our head and chest over to the right side of the mat. We'll bring the arms overhead. You might hold your hands. You might bring your hands to your elbows. Then we'll walk our legs to the right side of the mat. Now, to lock them in place, we'll cross the right ankle over the left. Or if you want to increase that stretch down the left side of the body, we'll cross the left ankle over the right. So you'll feel this down the entire left side, the outside edge. So we're working into the gallbladder meridian line now. And the last option will be to turn your gaze. So you're looking to the right, so you feel at stretch down the left side of your neck. But if you feel lightheaded or dizzy at any point, we'll bring that gaze back to neutral. So when you're ready, come and join me laying down. We'll just begin the timer again. So we'll walk our head and our chest to the right side of the mat. Lift the arms overhead. We'll walk our legs to the right side, either crossing right ankle over left or left ankle over right. The last option is to turn the gaze to the right. Closing your eyes. Allowing your toes and feet to relax. Ankle joints to soften. Lower legs resting. Knees softening. Upper legs resting. Allowing your hips to rest on the mat. Your chest and belly rising and falling with each breath. And if over time you begin to feel any tingly sensations in the arms, perhaps pins and needles, then you are welcome to bring your arms down. They might rest alongside the body or the hands resting on the belly. Last 3 breaths. And at the end of your 3rd breath, if your gaze was turned, bring it back so we're looking towards the ceiling. Uncross the legs. Bring our arms down. And we'll slowly and gently bring our body roughly back to the center of our mat. And we'll rest in a mini Shavasana. Maybe taking this opportunity to notice the difference on the outside of the left side of the body and the right side of the body. Maybe there's a change in temperature. Maybe it's a pleasant kind of tingling sensations. When you're ready, we'll do the same on the other side. So This time walking our head and chest to the left side of the mat. Again, raising your arms, walking the feet to the left side. Option to cross the right leg over left. Kind of increase that stress down the outside of the right side of the body, or maybe locking the legs into place. Crossing left ankle over right. The final option is to turn your gaze to the left. And as always, coming back to your breath. Stillness in the body creates stillness in the mind. Maybe you're noticing there's some stillness in the breath. Maybe those pauses in between the cycles of breath, between the inhales and exhales, between the exhales and inhales. Perhaps they're beginning to become a little bit longer. Wonderful opportunity to dive even deeper into stillness. We have 1 more minute here. Last 3 breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, bring the gaze back to center, lowering the arms and crossing your legs, and working your way back to the center of your mat. Enjoying a short rebound. Noticing the left side and right side, feeling more open, more spacious and balanced. If you'd like a little bit of movement before we head into Shavasana, you can take it now, maybe a big full-bodied stretch, maybe hugging the knees in, taking a little rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, Shavasana. So maybe you like to send your legs down the mat, the arms coming a bit away from the body. Perhaps you want to bring a pillow underneath your head or cover yourself with a blanket. And my go-to for Shavasana is to bring the soles of my feet to the ground. And I like to walk my feet to the outer edges of the mat so my knees come together. This just feels really nice in my lower back. So setting yourself up in whatever position feels most comfortable and most restful for you. Allowing your eyes to close and feeling your back melting into your mat. Feeling your head resting on the surface beneath you. Scanning through your body and making sure you're as comfortable as can be. Your feet and legs relaxing. Your hands and arms relaxing. Letting go of any tension, any gripping, any holding in the muscles of your pelvis, your abdomen and chest. Allowing these areas to feel nice and soft. Maybe snuggling your shoulders beneath your heart space. And softening the skin of the face. Noticing whether you're holding any tension in your jaw. Allowing your jaw to drop and soften. Really allowing yourself to be held by the support of the earth beneath you. Now I invite you to stay here for as long as you like, but I'm going to go ahead and close our class, bringing my hands together, pressing my thumbs to my third eye, thanking the body, thanking the breath, and thanking life. May this practice serve all sentient beings. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.